What if the happiest moment of your life already happened, but you were too busy chasing likes or approval from people who don't even remember your name? That Instagram post with 3 likes didn't change a thing. And here's the truth, your dream life might already be here, right in front of you, if you'd stop procrastinating on YouTube. We're obsessed with goals, losing weight, making money, finding perfection. But when we get there, spoiler, it often feels empty, like just another dot on the map. Before you dismiss this as another motivational video, stick around. This story involves digital dragons, cheap energy drinks, and a lot of self-deprecation. Chapter 1. Rock Bottom, or How I Tried to Be a Virtual Hero. A few years ago, I was the kind of person you'd see in a documentary called How Not to Live Your Life. Living in my parents' basement, yes, at 27, surrounded by energy drink cans that were probably manufactured before my birthday. My room looked like an abandoned gamer cave, blinds permanently shut, blue light glowing from multiple screens, and a carpet that had more calories than my daily diet.my routine. Spending hours playing World of Warcraft, grinding for months to get the best gear. Finally, I'd get that legendary sword, run to Stormwind to show it off, and you know how I felt? Nothing. Basically, I'd sacrificed 500 hours of my life to be ignored by virtual elves. Bravo, me, but here's the cherry on top, my social life consisted of conversations with the delivery guy who brought me food 5 times a week. My most meaningful relationship was with the reset button. And whenever someone asked, "How's it going?" I'd reply with an optimistic, "Oh, it's fine, just waiting for life to start." Spoiler, it never did. The truth is, I was stuck in a vicious cycle. I was convinced I'd be happy once I lost weight, got a decent job, moved out of my parents' basement, and found someone who could tolerate my nerdy references. But here's the problem, the more I postponed my happiness, the further away it seemed. Chapter 2. The Illusion of Big Goals. Why are we so obsessed with big, grandiose goals? Maybe it's because society has taught us that success means achieving massive things, buying a house, climbing the career ladder, having a perfect body. But here's what no one tells you, those goals can be emotional traps. Research shows that happiness isn't found in the destination, it's in the journey. A study by positive psychologists found that people who focus on small daily wins report higher levels of satisfaction than those fixated on big goals. So while you're dreaming about running a marathon, maybe the real joy is in simply putting on your sneakers and walking around the block. Here's the issue, we tend to dismiss incremental progress because it feels too small. Swapping one energy drink for water seems insignificant. Walking for 10 minutes feels irrelevant. But these small actions build lasting habits. In the end, it's the habits that define who we are. Chapter 3. The Weight of Expectations, and Why They're Killing Us. Let's talk about something no one wants to admit, societal expectations are literally killing us. Research shows that the pressure to meet cultural standards of success, beauty, and status is directly linked to rising rates of anxiety, depression, and burnout. Think about it. How many times have you compared yourself to someone on Instagram? How many times have you thought, I should be thinner, richer, more successful? And how many of those comparisons actually improved your life? Spoiler, 0. Here's the deal, we're living in an era of hyper-comparison. Social media bombards us with images of seemingly perfect people living seemingly perfect lives. But here's the catch, those perfect lives are, more often than not, carefully curated illusions. That vacation photo in paradise? Probably taken after hours of waiting and 50 failed attempts. That romantic declaration on their stories? Likely written while ignoring unanswered messages. So here's the snarky advice, stop trying to impress people who probably aren't paying attention anyway. Instead, focus on yourself. Focus on what truly matters to you, not to everyone else. Chapter 4. Minimalism, because less is more, even when it feels boring. So, how do we fix this mess? Enter minimalism. I'm not talking about decorating your house with succulents and white walls, though that's cool too. I'm talking about simplifying your goals, eliminating distractions, and focusing on what's essential. For example, how many times have you felt overwhelmed by a massive to-do list? Maybe you just need one thing to do today. One tiny goal. Like, drink more water. Or don't check your phone during breakfast. Sounds simple, right? But these small actions create a domino effect that can change your life. And here's the kicker: minimalism isn't about having less, it's about valuing more. It's about choosing what truly matters and cutting out the rest. So maybe turning off WoW and taking a walk in the park isn't such a bad idea. Even if you'd rather stay inside because, well, nature is overrated. Chapter 5. The small moments that truly matter. Remember that time you were proud of yourself for waking up 5 minutes earlier? Or when you finally finished a book, even if it was self-help? Those are the moments that truly matter. It's not the big achievements, it's the small victories that make us feel alive. Sure, no one's going to give you a trophy for washing the dishes today. But here's the thing: you don't need a trophy. Satisfaction comes from progress, not external validation. So next time you're debating between binge-watching another episode or reading 10 pages of a book, choose the book. Not because it'll change your life, but because it'll make you feel a little better about yourself. Chapter 6. How to cultivate joy in the present, without waiting for the future. Now, let's talk about something practical: how to cultivate joy in the present. Here are a few simple ideas you can implement today. 1. Daily gratitude. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. It could be as simple as the coffee was good today. 2. Be present. Turn off your phone notifications for an hour. Yes, it's terrifying. But try it. 3. Celebrate small wins. Finished a boring task? Congrats! Celebrate with a piece of chocolate or your favorite song. These practices may seem trivial, but they have a profound impact. The key is to be intentional. Don't wait for happiness to magically appear. Create it. Chapter 7. The hidden cost of chasing perfection, or why done is better than perfect. Let's talk about something that no one really admits but everyone secretly struggles with: the pressure to be perfect. Whether it's your job, your appearance, or even your hobbies, there's this unspoken rule that you have to get everything just right, or else you're not good enough. But here's the problem: chasing perfection doesn't make you better, it makes you stuck. Think about all the things you've started but never finished because they didn't meet your impossibly high standards. Maybe it was a creative project, like writing a story or painting a picture. You worked on it for days, maybe weeks, but then abandoned it because it wasn't perfect. Or maybe it was a personal goal, like learning a new skill. You watched tutorials, bought books, and spent hours researching, but never actually took action because you were too busy planning how to do it perfectly. Here's the harsh reality: perfectionism isn't about excellence, it's about fear. Fear of failure. Fear of judgment. Fear of not being enough. And the ironic part? Most people don't care as much as you think they do. Your boss probably won't notice if your presentation has one slightly awkward slide. Your friends definitely aren't analyzing every word you say at dinner. The only person obsessing over these tiny details is you. So here's the deal: done is always better than perfect. If you wait until everything is flawless, you'll never actually finish anything. Instead of aiming for perfection, aim for completion. Finished work might not be perfect, but it's real, and real beats ideal every time. Plus, there's something incredibly satisfying about crossing something off your list, even if it's not 100% polished. And here's a bonus tip: embrace the idea of good mistakes. Every time you screw up, you learn something. Every time you fall short, you get closer to figuring out what works. Progress isn't linear, and it's definitely not perfect. But it's still progress. Conclusion. Start today, or at least tomorrow. So here's the bottom line: your dream life isn't in some distant future. It's in the small moments of today. In the mistakes, the attempts, the tiny victories that no one else notices but that make all the difference for you. Tomorrow morning, you could wake up and start living the life of your dreams. Or, at the very least, you could stop procrastinating by watching cat videos while telling yourself, "I'll start someday." Spoiler: your dream life won't magically appear while you wait, and here's the funny part: chances are, you're already living your dream life, you're just too busy complaining about it to notice. Thanks for watching this far. If you liked the video, hit that like button and share it with that friend who still thinks they'll be happy once they buy that new car. And if you didn't like it, Well, maybe it's time to go back to Netflix.